falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. Let me tell you a story. An eyewitness account of sunset at noon. For I come from a country where booby traps design the very corridors of our existence. And now the headlines. Nigeria reports 101 kidnapping cases in 8 months. Nigeria reports 200,000 deaths, 4 million injuries annually as a result of bad road crashes. According to World Bank, businesses in Nigeria suffer an annual loss of $29 billion as a result of unreliable power supply. 80% of Nigerians now sliding into poverty due to rising healthcare costs, says World Health Organization. Nigeria now has 20 million out-of-school children, says UNESCO. This is the old Nigeria. Well, we are Africans, but the state of the state has transformed us into Japanese, frightened children, running from our fatherland into the arms of a smiling stranger whose promise of greener pastures we have educated our doubt to believe. This is the old Nigeria, where any incompetent ancestor can dare demand his turn to rule Nigeria as if Nigeria was a game of Ludo, forgetting that now who first throw 6 will start the game. Come be like say Nigeria want GoFundMe campaign for greedy power holders where get belly like bottomless pit. Mama go dey pray for bright future, but she no go live to see am because NEPA take light as she dey inside the operating room. Nigeria, where federal government dey feature ASU for album cover every year, then they strike our goals and dreams like Kano one call so tey their fouls don't do cause us plenty penalties. Until Obi, chapter 23, verse 1. Born 19 July 1961 into the hustle and bustle of the industrious Onitsha, this boy grew up to become a captain capable of commanding financial strength and economic might. Money management that went to Harvard, trained in Oxford and schooled in Cambridge. Tick, a statesman with an unchallengeable background in resource management, Okute was no politician born with the rule of power as his birthright. No, he learned the ropes and like a tiger he earned his stripes. It's no wonder His Excellency Goodluck Jonathan thought to himself, I need this guy on my economic team. Tick, defender of the future and champion of the voiceless, Obi pulled Anambra out of political chaos and secured the payment of pensioners before checking out triumphant as governor. Tick, it takes a man who can fight for right without fainting during the unfruitful years of defeat to insist upon his stand when loneliness and discouragement are his only roommate. Tick. Anambra under Obi was rated most financially stable state in Nigeria, so rest assured that this lady Nigeria can trust this gentleman with her purse. Tick, a man invested in education and technological advancement. It is no wonder he is a crossbreed of boomers, millennials, and Gen Zs, and yes, Mama, Papa, Pikin, who will love Obi. For this is the year when the hills have been inflated with hope, for a revolution has broken across the land like the sun rising in the east. And this time, it matters not who comes from the south or the north. We may be different, but our hearts are obedient. And so, like the fiber of the raffia, we weave ourselves into a single cord, throw our weight behind one ballot box. For this is the year when the edges of the kaftan clings to the sides of the ishagu. Mazi and Malam sit together to break color. And it matters not whether kuli or amala, a wedu or akara, a better Nigeria is the substance of things hoped for. And so we march for Obi and country. We march for our children. We pray and party that the labors of our heroes past be not in vain. We sorrow so lest we sorrow again. For this is the year when nationalism will not be overpowered by the voice of tribalism. This is no fairy tale from fancy pages. This is an animation of DreamWorks from the wish list of a dismayed world. This is the rebirth of Nigeria, the breaking point of a tired generation. This is the reclamation of our original story. And in this story, my mother does not trade her thumbprints for 2 cups of Gary. In this story, my uncle does not campaign just because he shared a handshake in a private office and emerged with a fat brown envelope. In this story, my brother is useful because obedience is better than sacrifice. This is the new Nigeria, where the national cake is baked with the common man in mind. This is the new Nigeria, where we choose statesmen over politicians because Nigeria is not one man's family business. This is the new Nigeria, where the people use their voice to make their choice. For it is those who are willing and obedient that shall eat the good of the land. For Peter Obi once said, "No nation can survive without saving for tomorrow." And this is how we save tomorrow. For thou art Peter, and upon this rock we stand.